Hey everybody, Dr. Ed here, and we are live with more of Masquerada. The last episode was a game changer. Our friends followed us in the dungeon. Buddy over here lost his voice. Mariner might be losing his legacy. Everyone's accepted that he's gay. All in all, it's been kind of up and down. He's relearning how to talk after some bullshit. And I don't know, I feel like we're kind of getting closer to the end of the game, but let's get this show on the road, right? A quick transition here. And on a little bit off topic, with the Batman playthrough just probably finishing up yesterday, I think. Thank God this game has had like 0 recording issues because I was getting beyond frustrated, like holy shit. Love the game. That game was super well done and put together. Really good story in episode 3, but Jesus Christ, if getting that thing to record properly was a bitch.
The Hall of Songs, please.
We're taking the Mariner. And her. Kalden and friend. So let's hope this goes well for us, right? Right? Man, that guy has one outfit, holy shit. Can we see that guy? Look at this shit. Look at that hat. Hey, look, it goes so long. And of course, his little Kit Kat. There we go. We're just gonna hop on in and see what the hell happens. Yes?
If things do not go well inside,
They'll go well. Don't worry about it.
Abandon you.
it's not that. I need you to know how grateful I am for everything that you've already done.
We'll be fine, Kalden.
Deep breath. We'll be okay. Let's do this shit, Kalden.
And this is his brother's?
Yes, head matron. I spoke with Mirabas after Kalden had visited the hall some days ago. She told me that his brother had intended this for him.
He rarely spoke of this brother of his.
Of course. His family likely was too ashamed to call him their blood. Their chimes would be in jeopardy.
As they are in your hands?
Ah, Kalden. It's a pleasure to see you.
Zelia.
Likewise, head matron.
I mean, head matron.
And Inspectore Gavar, it's been a while.
Head matron?
Now, Mariner, you are aware of the reason you have been called here?
I have my suspicions.
Your sleeve, then, if you will.
Matron, if I might have a...
Your sleeve, Kalden. There, matron. It is true.
What is true, exactly?
Matron, I spoke of this earlier. That tattoo is proof that...
That what? Answer me precisely, if you would.
What do you mean?
Ooh,
Kalden
shit.
has a tattoo. And I do not see anything unusual about art on the skin.
But that tattoo is evidence that he deserves to be punished.
Fuck you, Orlana.
For what? Precisely.
He is Talios.
And is that my business, or is it his?
You are defending him.
Good.
As a matron should, for her own people.
This is against the laws of society.
Society governs those laws, songstress. And as the leader of a large part of that society, I choose to stand by this man.
This? No.
What's your
Orlana.
fucking beef?
Kalden! Zelia,
I will call for Mirabas.
thank you.
Let's go. We got some shit to deal with, apparently. We're going up this way? I think this is going upstairs, yeah. You doing, asshole?
Orlana, please.
Stay back!
Please, Orlana, put the chime down.
Do not tell me what to do, beast! You corrupted my brother!
Listen to me, please.
His boyfriend's sister.
How did you defile his mind?
I did not.
Liar! You must have fed him something, given him some poison to turn him into a beast like you.
I did no such thing.
He was my brother, and you took him away from me. I loved him.
As did I. You speak of poisons and defilement and treachery. The truth is far simpler. I loved him.
But you took him away from me. You took away my brother and replaced him with something else.
That is not true. He was always the same romantic, sentimental man that you grew up with. This doesn't change that. If there is a reason to be angry at me, it is because I was a coward. It was because of my fear of being honest about who I was, about what we were, that stopped me from giving him the support that he needed. When he needed it the most, I shouldn't have abandoned him. But I did. And I am sorry.
Sorry isn't going to bring my brother back.
Olanna!
No, 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 no. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it how... Jesus Christ, what the hell is this thing? What the fuck?
Kalden, the chime!
Help me, Cicero!
Cicero!
What the shit dick is going on with that?
She was hit hard.
She will require extensive healing. Her pulse is barely there. I must take her down now, or she will not survive.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Go,
All right.
Zelia. We'll handle this. Something is wrong. It is never this aggressive. What happened?
Olanna tried to feed it the chime, but it attacked her.
Attacked her? Ages. It's out of control. And the chime?
It took it.
Then it's feeding off the song. We need to kill it. We cannot afford to let it remain like this.
What about the chime?
If we are quick enough, the song might survive. Sisters, prepare yourselves.
I have no
I
idea
hope you're ready, Cicero.
what the hell is
As I'll
happening.
never be.
But there was a gross monster thing on... Yeah, that's part of the tree.
Now,
All right.
Cicero.
Murder time.
Hold your ground!
Mangiatior or something, whatever the hell this thing's called. Ooh, we don't want to be standing in that rot, though. Kill these little ads. I feel like that's probably important, especially if we're trying to keep these girls alive. I feel like they're doing most of the work right now.
Took a hit.
Nothing else, they're stunning the hell out of it.
I can't take
Better
it.
me than them.
Can I get a heal off from here? Really, I think I'm just getting
Keep
destroyed.
this up.
This is a lesson I won't forget.
I'm sorry.
It's heating
Better
up.
than this.
I need help.
Oh boy.
Tides, you have my thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad we're on easy, because that shouldn't have gone as well as it did, huh? Don't break, don't break, don't break, don't break.
No!
No!
No.
Thank you, Cicero. That Fae, Aegis knows what happened to it.
I've always wondered why you songstresses wanted to keep people out.
That isn't the reason. For all the centuries the singing tree has been here, it's never acted like this.
Huh.
Oh,
That was kind of a hidden secret
What
then,
are you
huh?
thinking?
something is happening. Something that we cannot see, that is on a level beyond us. It frightens me to wonder what it might be.
Indeed.
But it is settled, at least for now. As for other matters,
He's a good man, Mirabas. Saved Olanna when he could have saved the song.
and now that song is gone forever.
You will consider my request, though?
Society will not change, even if I do this, Cicero.
I'm not asking for it to. But please, even you can tell that he is deserving of better.
Perhaps I am being blinded by tradition, but I suppose I can do this. As a favor to him for saving the life of my songstress, even if she might not have been quite so generous.
That's something
Thank
at
you,
least, right?
Mirabas.
I will tend to it now. I'll be back shortly.
Oh, shit, though.
How are you feeling?
Kalden, you're having a shitty
Matron
time.
has decided to leave the sail heart in my care. There's great consolation in that.
Kalden, will you face me, please? Why? Tell me, Kalden. Please.
It's not worth a life. Jax has taught me that.
When I went to the Sailheart, there were children there. Did they call Jaxus their father?
They do,
Could I meet them?
of course.
That would be nice. I think I'll see you around.
I mean, that's something, right?
I know it's not Razatov, but...
Take your heart, take my hand. I will lead you through storm and fire. The blood may thin, the bow may break, but our cradle will e'er be shared. The wound will heal, the songs will ring, and soon again will your spirit sing. Take my heart, take your hand. I await you in promised land.
Aww.
All right, big man.
That was really nice. Now we're gonna grab a few more canticle readings, the 8th and the 7th or some shit. Boop and boop. And get the hell out of this place. Probably for the last time. I don't see any reason for us to be coming back here now that I'm thinking about it.
Rise, my brethren. It is found.
What's found? Oh boy.
Is your face all right? You haven't stopped smiling since we left the hall.
It's just... all my life I've lived in fear, and now... you've changed my life, Cicero.
Oh, come now. I didn't do...
You showed me that even in a city of secrets and shadows, the truth has a place in our hearts and is worth fighting for. I know the city isn't going to change because of what we've done, and the Hall of Songs probably isn't going to sail to different winds overnight. But you've made a difference, Cicero. In my life, at least. Know that.
I think I might have needed this ordeal as much as you.
Come on. Let's see if our Fae friend is back.
You know, at this point, I assume he would be. Seems like a smart little paper boy. He probably learned some shit that we didn't even know.
Tower. It's not sharp with spires.
What's the blindfold for?
It's more of a tall dome.
What's going on?
Keep going. Salting. I can't believe I hadn't seen this earlier.
You've lost me.
It was the key to understanding Dementica. Adaran Vamus, the first man who salted and retained a portion of his mind, could, during his lucid moments, read, write, and speak Dementica, just like Vasco. He was the cornerstone upon which all research into the language was based.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it's a bridge. Salting connects the two.
Oh.
souls, the two minds, the two spirits, whatever you want to call them. And it happens when we use the Mascherines' powers too strongly, tap too deeply into another soul.
So they're connected?
That kind of makes sense, I think.
And now, all the stories of the past are at our fingertips. Imagine all that we could learn now that we understand this connection.
All right. So what's the poor bloodling done to deserve this?
Vasco's claimed that he's had a few memories that seem to have been left over by the Dimenticate, who'd been his Masquerine. He thinks he can see what their city might have looked like. We're trying to replicate it.
Remember, bulbous.
Bulbous.
I think I've got it.
And that's it?
Let me see. What does it look like? I don't quite know what to make of it.
Vasco.
I can make out a long tower over there, but...
Amadea, that's not...
Oh, did he draw a wang?
That's a man, with his trousers down. That's his,
Vasco! Will you please take this seriously?
Balls.
I only see vague images. Nalior, not enough for anything substantial.
I suppose it was worth a try. Rotten swine, you.
I love the setup to that joke.
Now that
That was
everything's
perfect.
settled down, I think we've kept our questions in the shadows for long enough.
About the sunken star. Right. You'd best sit down.
Learning time with friends.
First we learned that Mascherines are Dimenticate, and now you're telling me that they're Fae as well.
It makes sense. The increase in the mists in the recent years corresponds with the destruction of the hundreds of Mascherines in the War of Bearings.
I guess so, yeah.
This is incredulous, Inspectore. The Fae have been around since time immemorial, and no one has managed to learn where they've come from.
Until now. Think about it, Marshal. Mascherines and Fae. Two things that have existed before the city
The
was
Fae
even
we have
built.
talked to speak to
Is it really so
Mentacate.
surprising that they're related?
And Lucia was led by one of them?
Is. If I could get out of there alive, I'm certain she made it through as well. But, yes. She's being led by a Fae they call the Lady. Being Dimenticate, she has knowledge of the world that we haven't even glimpsed.
You said she's trying to stop another cataclysm from occurring.
She mentioned something about uniting the city, bringing the artifacts together. She handed me some scrolls about Dimenticate history to read, but I haven't had the time.
Well, now we do. It's not a long record. It explains the downfall of their civilization. In summary, the single event that served as the pivot for the success of their empire was a civil war.
Sounds familiar.
What was this war about?
The artifacts. For a long time, they were used by the Dimenticate to push the boundaries of their empire.
Which supports what we found at the Conoscenza.
But it couldn't last forever.
Not with the way the artifacts worked.
Kalden!
The way they worked. Inspectore!
I'm sorry, Marshal. The artifacts were what were responsible for turning the souls of the Dimenticate into Mascherines. They created the Dimenticate's power.
And everyone knows this?
Marshal, I wanted to tell you.
Carry on.
Tiziana,
Stop wasting my time.
Oh boy.
How did the Dimenticate fall?
when the artifacts were received by the Dimenticate, they initially sacrificed their prisoners to create the Mascherines. When their empire expanded, they began to turn to ordinary men and women instead. As you can imagine, that did not end well.
Uprisings?
Exactly. Their empire was cleaved in two, those who wanted to continue using the artifacts, and those that demanded that they be kept away, saying that it cost them too much.
Well, the artifacts are nowhere to be found, so I assume the latter faction won.
Whatever unnamed faction that would have been.
And that is when their empire began to crumble. Without the powers of the artifacts, they couldn't stand against the chaos of the world.
Chaos?
It isn't explained exactly what it was, but I think it is safe to assume that it's related to the cataclysm.
If these scrolls don't mention what the cataclysm is, then why does Lucia believe another is in store for us?
I don't know. But what I do know is that she believes that she needs to unite the city, and she intends to do that by overthrowing the registry.
Hey, Paperboy's back.
Just on time.
Kadek?
Sam Bel Ia.
Arish?
Sam Bel Ia.
The Assemblia.
It wants us to go to the altars.
The Misted Isles.
Ah, of course.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
The Misted Isles, a set of monuments left behind by the Dementicate. The altars built the Assemblia around it to keep people out.
Oh.
Vasco, what's on these monuments that it wants us to see? Can't it just tell us what's on it?
Avar?
Don Sivnia. Santa. Atavar.
No, they're guarded, and he doesn't remember precisely, but he promises they're important.
It's all right. At least now we have a lead.
Hey man, Paperboy gave us the
Tiziana should go
lead.
with you. The relationship between the Altus and the Luca is the
That's
strongest
something.
of all between the Samora. It might help ease our way in.
Well,
Do I smell hesitation?
fine.
Better get ready then.
Alright, sounds like we got another big old adventure to do, but, you know, not before we talk to everybody.
Oh, you're looking much better.
Time heals. I'll be all right, eventually. I have something
I'm this
to
voice
show you.
actor. I couldn't fake a stutter for that long. At
Wait,
least that well.
that's... Javs?
It has been a while.
I cannot believe this. All these years.
You're hurt. I'm sorry, but I couldn't jeopardize my new life.
Your life with the Laboris?
It seemed the best way to find out who it was that killed my parents.
And it's paid off. You've discovered who it was then?
Benak. Not just yet. But that is a mission for another time. A time when the whole of Umber is not at stake.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried.
The whistles.
And the golden canvas.
And the sunken star. That's why you did it. Why you were willing to salt.
Yes. I couldn't leave you. Not again.
Ages. Where do we go from here?
First things first. Continue to address me as Vasco, please. It's stuck.
I understand.
And secondly, I do not see why this has to change anything. I am still in your company. We still search for the tools to save all of Umber.
Okay.
We keep going. That's what we do.
All right. Let's find these artifacts then.
Let's find these artifacts.
Okay, I gotta check this out really quickly. It doesn't look like it tells me that much, but it looks like we were old friends from back in the day, and someone murdered his parents, and then he went into hiding and did all this crazy shit to figure out. Okay. Cicero, you sure coincidentally meet people from your life very frequently. The usual, rain check, see how everyone's doing.
It makes so much sense.
Talking to yourself again?
Just thinking about the behavior of the Fae. The way they respond to the old world, like the Kilgan in the Cleaver, so careful not to touch the relics. Or those in the pin drop, and the way they shied away from the statue of their god. I always thought they exhibited such strange behaviors because of some inherent power in the relics or something. But they must remember that the items were part of their world. For all I know, the Kilgan could have been my custodial predecessors thousands of years ago.
You're rather quick to humanize them. I don't think most Fae remember who they once were.
Not fully, perhaps, but there is a sliver of humanity in each. That's what the Scythe are. Fragments of humanity used as a seed for the Fae to be born out of. It might be merely a fragment, true, but still. I shouldn't let this get too much in the way. We have work that needs to be done, and I'm sure there'll be time. Later.
Probably. Maybe. And we're gonna talk to our buddy.
Cicero, about earlier.
I suppose she had to find out eventually.
My mind has just been so overwhelmed. Keeping secrets seemed like the least of our concerns, especially now with tides.
What's bothering you?
Lucia. She's being led by a demented Kate who's been around longer than all our legacies combined. It just worries me what we're standing up against.
We'll be fine, dude.
We've come this far, haven't we?
I suppose we have. All right. Chins up, then.
Chins up, pip pip, cheerio. We're gonna be alright. Now we're gonna have an awkward chat with Tiziana really quick.
Marshal.
Inspectore.
You know why I did what I did.
I do. It's because you don't trust me.
I trust you perfectly fine. Your guild, on the other hand.
After all this time, you still don't see it.
I'm sorry?
I am my guild, Inspectore. With hindsight, I suppose I should have made that clearer. Might have spared us both some inconvenience.
I'm sorry, what? That's all we're getting though, huh? Okay, yeah, episode's gonna be a little bit short, but I feel like this next part will be another 20 minutes, and I don't want to have to go through rendering for that long. So thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you would want to, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right of your screen there. That'd be cool. And of course, like it if you like it. I mean, dislike it if you didn't, though. I'd rather you not. And comment. I'll try to reach the comment section more and more. Just love talking to you guys. But for now, I am Dr. Ette, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye for now, everybody!